I told the waitress at Perkins, I was like, if you don't take these hash browns back and replace them with American fries, there's going to be a problem. She called me sweetie, and that's when my wife decided not to leave a tip.
Oh. Where did you leave a tip?
Oh, I left the tip.
Did you kiss the waitress?
I didn't kiss the waitress. I kissed the cook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He or she.
It's 2025, man. I'm not gonna assign gender to them. Like,
that is smart.
Let them come in here and tell us.
Yeah.
What?
And then we'll be like, "Did you kiss Mark Way? Is that a boy or a girl?" And they'll be like, "It's 2025."
Yeah.
Both. It's both.
Yeah.
That's what Blaise says to me every time. Every time I tell him I have a great night, he's like, "What's his name?" I'm like, "Blaise, that joke's getting old, man."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You say, "Oh hey, I went on a date last night," and then somebody's like, "What's his name?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Aha, good one."
Never
Well,
fails.
Jordan's always got a different guy with him, so it's. He thinks that's me being weird.
But really, he's like genuinely interested in your life, and he wants to know what's going on. He's not like a sneak diss, I think is the kids call. Like what he's saying is like, hey,
I'm saying I'm happy for you.
who's your friend?
Who did you kiss last night, and what's his name?
Yeah.
You're assigning gender then.
Well, I just know who you're with.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I hear from the other end.
Well, I
they
didn't
tell
see-
me, and then I just need to be like,
It's because
is
you already
Jordan,
know him.
Yeah, and then I'm like, is Jordan gonna lie to me or not?
You weren't hanging out with any dudes last night. We had the mic at Fort Knox.
He was actually only hanging out with dudes last night.
I thought there was two ladies that I didn't recognize. They were sitting at your table, and it was you and two ladies, right?
I did.
Well, I don't want to. Again, I'm sorry if I'm assigning gender.
I had the biggest crowd there for the Monday night, coldest day of the year, inaugural Fort Knox open mic. So
Yeah.
Did you go first?
Yeah, I went first.
Man,
Well,
I
went-
must have got there right. Well, host goes first, but I must have got there right after.
That's where you put the amateurs, right at the front. You know, get them done early, get them out of there, warm up the crowd a little bit.
Sometimes in the mics, you want to get people that are good first.
That's true. Like
Thank you.
at
I mean,
the
not last
cellar.
night, but sometimes.
At the cellar, it's a fine line between. It's like who goes first, but we generally have the same person go first. But
Yeah.
that's just
We
his
usually have
spot.
Simon Says usually kicks it off.
Yeah.
That's what we do in Bismarck. Matty Applesauce is the resident opener,
Okay.
and he just bombs for the rest of us. He just hops on the grenade and just takes it for the rest of us, and we appreciate that.
Well, see, Simon does well, like every week.
Yeah, Simon like tears down like people actually get up and leave because there's nothing else.
No, Matt doesn't bomb. It's just you guys get it, like the whole warm up the crowd thing. People don't understand that the show is starting. Like as hosting, you get it, Blaise. It's like,
Yeah, Blaise.
hello, we're
Yeah,
getting-
Mark Way, who hosts the mic,
Yeah,
doesn't.
you host at, do you host at the Cellar, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you get it too. Where the Cellar's probably a little bit better, but it's like, hello, we're starting a show here. Please quiet down.
Do you guys do? Because actually, I've been trying to figure out how we can get to your mic, but
Yeah.
that's on the same night.
Yeah,
What is it? 120 miles away? How far away is the Biz?
It's more than that.
it's probably closer to like 200, 190.
Oh my gosh!
I feel like I'm just saying that because the interstate is I-94 and it looks like 194.
I see what you're saying.
And it's just I do like a word association thing,
Like
there.
a visual. Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm guessing 100 and what is it?
196.
Oh,
Dude.
okay.
Very close.
That was close.
I mean, it
He
takes
said he
about,
was guessing, but he drives that drive like 3 times a week. So
Yeah.
he's got the gas mileage calculated and everything. Yeah, the mic at the cellar. We start with the same person.
Yeah, my
and
gender
it's
neutral partner lives in Fargo, so I drive here often. So
nice.
Oh.
What's his name? Oh, that was horrible. That was
Yeah.
such a bad joke.
Anyway, we got Jordan from No Brains, No Headaches in here with
Oh
us.
yeah. Pew 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 pew.
Jordan Weichel.
soundbar.
I had a soundboard one time.
I had
One
it,
time.
I had it one.
Yeah.
2 time.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for
I had it
having me,
one.
guys.
That is, I just had it one. I beat it.
I had it WON.
Yeah. So wait, what did you do last night after you went to Chubb's? I went and ate with Jordan after the mic.
At Chubb's?
No, I went and ate at Blarney.
Yeah, I got to town. I said, "What's the best burger downtown?" He says, "JL Beers." I'm like, "We got one of those in Bismarck. What's the second best?"
Yeah.
So,
well, do they have a barbecue bacon cheeseburger or something? But they call it something like every JL Beers has that one burger, but they call it something different.
Oh yeah, just whatever streets it's on.
Yeah,
because it's like the 32nd Avenue burger.
yeah, ours is the 3rd Street burger because that's what it's on. It's 3rd Street.
It's on 3rd Street.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
So to answer your question, but,
yeah. So you ended up going to Blarney?
Well, we went to Blarney for a bite after the open mic.
Yeah, they also have one of those in Bismarck. I was just taking Jordan anywhere that he could go already.
We went to Burger King. That was nice. We went to Holiday gas station. That was lovely.
Yep.
It's up a PetroServe cup.
No, yeah.
It's like, look, we went to Holiday.
I don't know. I went the first gas
well,
station.
now they're
I
all
went to
Circle K's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are.
I've been waiting my whole life to say something is afoot at the Circle K in front of a Circle K, and now I actually can do that.
Dude, Bismarck has the Oasis. That's about the best gas station. One of the best.
I'm talking about the one on the east side, like the truck stop.
Yeah.
I forgot it was called the Oasis.
Yeah,
until
dude.
Just now.
Is that the one that has like all kinds of fast foods in there?
There's a McDonald's like right next to it. It's just a big truck stop.
It's a truck stop, a diner, and a bar, all in one building. And at the truck stop, you can buy clothing. Pretty sure you can take a shower there if you want.
Yeah,
so you could live there.
We got Loves.
Yeah.
We got one of those. It's called Loves. And then whatever's right across the street from it.
The windbreak.
No, the windbreak's next. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's across the street. What's the one next to the windbreak?
Oh,
It's like it's huge.
It
They're
is, yeah.
both competing truck stop. It's like if you're on this side, you're stopping there, and if you're going this way, you're stopping the other one.
what's the dirtiest bar in Bismarck?
It's called the Fargo.
The dirtiest bar in Bismarck, I would have to go with probably I want to say the Elbow Room, but I'm trying to think of one on the east side in like the industrial part.
Well, there's one that has
I believe it's the resident to the
they have karaoke and
homosexual
stuff.
community, as you would say.
There's one second. There's one that does karaoke and stuff, kind of by
Tappin'
Big Boy.
Tavern. That's what it is.
No, there's another one
That's the dirtiest bar. Thank you.
No, I like that one. What is the one where they?
You can like it. It's still the dirtiest bar.
I guess that is kind of dirty.
That
There's
building
another-
could fall over at any moment. If somebody sings "Live Like You Were Dying" by Tim McGraw on there, it could collapse. So
And that's just what brings it down.
yeah,
Really, any building could fall apart if you're singing "Live Like You Were Dying."
yeah, I'm on Tim McGraw kick right now.
Really?
So, yeah.
Is that the one that died recently? Tim McGraw?
No.
He's living
That's,
like he's living right now.
all
'cause
right.
He's alive.
I thought Tim McGraw's married to the other country singer lady.
Yes.
Faith Hill.
Faith Hill. Yup. Okay.
Best laser show I have ever went to was the Tim McGraw and Faith. Best light show ever. Tim McGraw, Faith Hill.
If you're just
That's
doing a
interesting.
bunch of ecstasy or what? Like there actually was. You're just high on acid. You're like there was no lights at all there, Jordan. This is a country concert.
yeah.
They had an LED light.
Yeah.
Just
It was
one.
just the
and
usher at the end of the row.
Yeah.
He's got a flashlight. Your flashlight's making sounds, man.
That's pretty much what it was. It was at the Ralph Engelstead, and yeah, we were doing some extracurriculars.
I get it.
I would say.
There's 2 Ralph Engelstead arenas, and it's very confusing.
The modern one with the marble flooring that he swore he would take down when they changed the name.
No, there's one in Grand Forks, and then there's one in
Thief
Thief River Falls.
What?
Right?
Yeah.
So,
what is this? Is it like a barn?
it's a Travis. No, it's actually a pretty nice. It's a hockey arena, or I think she could do other things there too. But there was a hockey arena inside, hockey sheet of ice.
You could buy corn dogs there.
Probably they had a concession stand. I don't remember corn dogs. Definitely hot dogs.
Yeah.
Like every time I go to a new arena, which is often, I sample a hot dog to see who has the best hot dog.
Are you an arena connoisseur, would you say?
Arena dog connoisseur.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, Bismarck just opened up a joint that has, here's what it's known for: coffee, corn dogs.
The best pairing.
Yeah, that sounds like.
And it is
they
so
have
it's
14
so nice.
bathrooms though.
Yeah.
You have to corn dogs and coffee. What
Footlongs?
do you dip your corn dog in the coffee like a
Oh, kind of like when they use lemonade for drinking for regular like
what?
hot dog eating contests. They put lemonade in.
No, I was
For
thinking like
these. It's just like hot corn dog eating contest, and they dip it in coffee, scalding hot coffee.
Yeah, get hot coffee makes the dog
Like-
hotter.
Dipping your fries into a Frosty. I don't know if y'all ever did that, but
I'm not a fan of it, but I know people do it. I was thinking like dipping your cookie into milk or something like that, you know?
oh, okay,
Dipping
that's too basic, you know.
Corn dogs into coffee.
Yeah.
Do they make the corn dogs there?
Yeah, and like the aesthetic, the inside is like it's like this white, clean walls and tiles and everything, and then you can order a corn dog and coffee. And I just went in there to drop off a poster actually, but I was like, "What is this place?" And it just doesn't make any sense to me. I wish them the best.
It's called the Copper Dog.
Jomo House or something like that.
Jomo.
Jomo.
Yeah.
Why do they call it Jomo?
I think it's the joy of missing out, like Irish goodbye.
Oh,
Oh.
good. Okay.
I could be wrong, but that's what somebody.
No,
told
that's
me.
a good one. I was trying to think of missing out, but I couldn't put a J word there.
Yeah.
You know, like
Well, I was putting an H in the place of a J, so you know, here I am. But
Hoya.
Oh yeah. Well, they said
You
that.
mean Jir I am.
Yeah, because the other thing is, other people are gonna get upset and when they're like, "This isn't a Chomo house," and they're like,
You're gonna be like, I thought the J was a CH.
yeah, like, "Oh, I am in the wrong spot." You're upset that there's corn dogs and coffee.
Why am I the only one that's wearing a tank top?
yeah, no, I wish them the best, but I feel like they just pretty much redid the building because they did a great job with it, but I feel like they're just setting it up for the next business to come in, like
Corn dogs and coffee, like if they make
and
them
donuts.
Yeah, I think that you set this up wrong because now that I go to their website, they have a variety of teas and coffees, donuts, and Korean corn dogs.
Oh, sorry, Korean
Oh,
corn
Korean
dogs.
So that's-
corn dogs is
Why didn't I
complete.
say so? We
Well,
would.
that's
We would have foregone this whole.
that's much different than just a corn dog and coffee place. So.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and need you to explain to me what a Korean corn dog is.
Korean corn dogs are different because
Well,
they're
I hope
coated
so.
in something. Like they coat them in something. It's not just like a fried
Kimchi.
bread.
Is kimchi Korean? I don't remember.
yeah, I think that
I saw some pictures and they look pretty gnarly.
hot dogs, cheese, rice, fish cakes, battered on a stick.
You got to go to it's a K-pot type restaurant. You got to make your own hot dog, your own corn dog, and then some kid inevitably dips his whole hand into the fryer grease. And it's like, oh my gosh, why did you do that, kid?
Dude, when I was younger, just watching Ripley's Believe It or Not and things like that, when there would always be someone they're like, look at this kid with no face because they took hot grease to the face when their mom was cooking.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm so thankful I didn't have that.
Yep.
Because then you can't even grow a beard to make, like, cover up stuff on your face. That's all burned.
You just have to have that face.
Yeah, exactly.
out.
If you're just a boy with weird face, you can grow a beard and all of a sudden you're not as weird.
Yeah.
But if you're scalded hot,
That closes up the follicles. And
Yeah.
no amount of DHT blocker is gonna get that out of there.
Yeah.
You know?
All I'm thinking of is, have you guys ever seen Beverly Hills Ninja with Chris Farley?
I've only seen Beverly Hills Ninja without Chris Farley.
Yeah, he wasn't in the room when I watched it. Actually, I never saw it. It's like we were just talking about this like a week ago with another group of friends.
All right, this is fun. You guys have a great rest of your day. No, he goes undercover as like a hibachi grill guy, and he's bowing to everybody and just singes his face on the hibachi grill. It's the funniest thing ever. He goes,
So
Ohio, come on, wall.
nice. Well, I mean, if you're gonna bow, you got to be mindful of where the teppanyaki grill is.
Yeah.
The searing hot
Yeah.
metal surface you got to be
Yep.
aware of. So.
It's like a lot of Little Bow Wow wasn't about dogs, and it was just Little Bow.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there because it's just Bow Wow.
Oh, yeah.
There's no Lil.
And that's just every time that he bows, people are like, "That's amazing."
That is, how did he do that?
Yeah, bow. Wow.
Oh, wow. He bowed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched him in a movie the other day.
Like Mike.
Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift.
Nice.
Yep. I was like, I'm going to watch Tokyo Drift. I've never seen it. I'm going to give it a chance.
You never seen it?
Nah, man, I don't. The Fast and the Furious movies don't impress me at all. And I've only seen the first one, and I thought that it's not all the acting, but there's a part where Paul Walker, God rest his soul, I think he's about to get beat up, and he's like, and Dom, and you know that, and like just that whole scene is like, oh my God, Paul Walker, that's the worst acting I've ever seen.
I don't know. I draw the line after like the third or fourth one, but I do enjoy those movies.
There's so many of them.
The action-y ones, like the later ones now, I feel like I would like those more because they're so comically, like they're firing grappling hooks out of the front of their car, attaching it to a building and swinging around a parking garage. That's that stuff I do like.
They're having a full-on fight scene while free falling in the air.
Yup.
It's just like, I don't know if you guys understand gravity very well, but I don't think that's how it happens, but to each their own. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, you're falling, so you have to take like the velocity of that into account. I almost said the velocity.
9.8 meters per second.
That's how far you fast?
That's how far you fast. Yes.
That's have you ever heard of Lent?
That is like the speed and that's everything falls. But then you pick up more velocity.
Every single thing falls at 9.8 meters
If I
per
were
second.
to drop like a rock and something else, gravity pulls everything to the earth at 9.8 meters per second.
a feather.
It starts off at the same velocity, but then because of
the resistance,
yeah.
it's not the weight, it's the resistance of the tines.
This is a school lesson right now.
Well,
I feel like I'm back in the classroom.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe you should be as smart as I am.
Yeah, you don't
I got private education and it wasn't worth anything.
like
I
private,
didn't
like a in-house teacher.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that a fancy way of saying homeschooled?
No.
No, I went to private school
It's
till
called
third
Catholic
grade.
school.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if you
Oh.
ever heard of that. But
I'm gonna be honest.
I've seen them on TV, but
Yeah.
I've never, I didn't know it was a
I
real
watched
thing.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So
Did he go to a Catholic school?
I don't know. They wore like blazers and stuff, so I assume.
I think it was private. I don't know if it was Catholic.
Well, in Beverly
Private
Hills,
Catholic, it's all the same thing.
is there even
Well,
a Beverly
some
Hills
are.
public school?
I don't know, guys. I was just trying to make a reference, okay? You're killing me over here.
Just make something up.
Yeah.
Is there a
This is
Beverly
how you
Hills?
yes and.
Yeah. Is there there must be a public school for
Not anymore. It's burned to the ground. So
Beverly Hills burned?
I don't know. What's the geographic location of?
California.
Yeah, I assume the whole state went down in flames.
No.
I mean,
There's
you
some
can't
of it-
really get into the middle where it's all cement.
That is true.
You know,
That is
like
true.
Well,
people that are
you'd
like
still be able
downtown
to-
LA are probably like.
That's like downtown LA and stuff, but you'd still be able to burn a the building.
Well, of course,
itself
you'd be
might
able
not.
to burn something down, but
Well,
it's
I'm
not
saying-
like going through all the trees in the middle.
Well, yeah, I bet it would.
It could. It's not.
I'm going to look it right now.
They're palm trees for a lot of that. Like if you're not, they got to like light from the top, like a candle.
The Great Chicago Fire, the Great Fargo Fire, all those.
The
were
Great
downtown.
Chicago. Yeah, but that was before that there was cement.
They made them all. Look at the skyscraper here. It's
you
made
think-
out of wood.
Yeah, the Great Chicago Fire was in 1871. That was dirt road.
They had cement.
I don't
Could
think
they
so.
even tell with the smog?
Bricks, definitely bricks. What?
Do you think they could even tell in LA that like there was smoke in the air with all the smog, or was it just kind of like another day in LA?
That's. I mean, those people have to live there.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, they got burned out. Ooh. That's,
Yeah, the first concrete roads were built in the late 1800s, early 1900s
in Chicago.
in Ohio.
Ohio.
1891 in Bellefontaine, Ohio. Bellefontaine sounds like a hot girl's name.
Like her first name is Bella, her last name's Fontaine.
Yeah.
She probably went to private school in Beverly Hills, so.
Oh yeah, they have a public school because of that TV show with Brenda and Brandon, 90210.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Beverly Hills 90210, which always struck me as weird that kids were like the kids that were like mean because they were like, "Oh, you're from the Midwest," meh, meh, meh. And then it was like, "But you're going to a public school in the richest place on earth, like Beverly Hills." So like, you're making fun of people who are because you're getting made fun of by people who are going to private schools.
Yep.
And they're like, "I drove my Lamborghini to school today."
Yeah, my dad dropped me off in the
Lambo.
Bentley. Is that a nice car? I don't know. I don't know cars very well.
Sounds like a hot girl's name.
It does.
Bentley.
Bentley and Bella Fontaine.
Yeah,
They're
Those are
sisters.
two
I think we
babes.
just made up a whole family just now.
I'm
No,
gonna AI generate them later.
There's so much.
Who are Bentley and Bella Fontaine?
They're both brunette.
I
Yeah.
was also thinking brunette.
Yeah. I don't think you could be a Bella with blonde hair.
It's like that meme of, I bet he's talking to other girls and it's just Blaise AI generating a fake family in Beverly Hills.
Well, my other girlfriends.
Yeah.
They're actually like, it's like he's probably thinking of other girls and like, I am all the ones I'm gonna make up on this computer later.
Like Sims to a whole new level.
Yeah. And then it's just gonna be like weird science where I actually make them come to life.
Lisa,
Yeah.
Kelly LeBron.
I'm gonna need a real nerdy friend here to make me a woman. Not make me into a woman. Actually, they need to make a woman for me
You're
Well, you
halfway there, brother.
Don't forget to
that
hook
I
up the
AI
doll.
generate.
If you forget to hook up the doll, you'll get Russian nuclear warheads growing through your house.
Oh yeah.
Wyatt, your kitchen is blue.
I'll make sure about that.
Like,
These
why
are
is-
all reference. Like, you guys don't know this about me, but I've probably seen Weird Science a billion times. Like,
Really?
I could quote that
I
whole
probably
movie
only
from
watched
start
it
to
like 3 or
finish.
4 my whole life. And a couple times probably just on USA.
I think it was like when I was a little kid. It was one of the only VHS cassettes that I had.
Really?
So I was like,
Yeah, at both my grandparents' places, you know, back in the day when all you had was the VCR, they both had a copy of Twister. So I've seen that movie probably hundreds of times.
okay,
Twister
yeah,
ruled.
Yeah, Twister's a great movie. The old one.
yeah.
I didn't see
Yeah.
Twisters.
Oh yeah, is that the new? Is that what it's called now? Twist. They just added an S.
Well, it's the sequel.
Okay.
Is Helen Hunt in it?
Yes, that one with
No, the second one. Twisters.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. I refuse. I'm kind of
Helen
stubborn
Hunt.
in that
I have
sense.
a huge crush on Helen Hunt. I did. She was in that movie. What Women Want.
One
too.
second, someone's calling in.
Oh, we got a caller.
Oh, we got Bing bong bling. Are we supposed to? Are you trying
And
to put them
we-
live on the air?
Hello, who's on here?
Hello.
Yep.
This is Mark Well,
Is-
longtime listener, big fan.
Nice,
Nice.
nice. Hey, do me a favor. Don't swear.
Yeah, please.
Don't worry. I know how radio works. So I was just listening, and I just realized you guys have never officially announced your pronouns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have to.
Yeah, we keep it gender neutral.
Neutral.
Well,
What's
I'm
your
just saying,
pronoun?
I'm a longtime listener, big time fan, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys mentioned your pronouns.
Actually, now
We don't-
Trump's in office, so there's only 2 pronouns.
There's
now.
only. Oh, is that can't be a real? I mean, he said it, but
I don't know if that's actually like. I don't think you can make that. I'm pro gun. No.
You guys think this is funny?
What?
You guys think this is funny? Pronouns are serious, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
Pronouns
I
are
love
serious.
pronouns.
My
Do you teach English?
No. Listen to my voice.
we
Do I
already
sound
know
like
that
it?
you don't
Yeah.
teach English.
We know that she, her.
We're not sure if you've even graduated high school.
What's his name?
Hey, it is she.
That's
her,
the
all
beginning
right?
of the
Yeah.
alphabet.
I'm a queen. All right, you can't insult me like this.
I'm so glad we have this recorded.
Yeah.
I'm
This is
a queen.
sweet.
Yeah, I can't wait to play this.
I am
back.
glad that that's our first time caller. We should almost have people call in every once in a while.
Oh man, I love pronouns.
What?
Did I mention that? I love pronouns.
Do you love nouns? What about verbs?
Okay, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No,
That's a pronoun.
My verbs are killing
Stop. No, and don't.
it.
What?
I love pronouns, you guys.
Okay, my pronouns are talk to you later. That was, do you know that guy? Oh, yeah, I'm just joking.
Yeah. We got that was our first time caller. Jordan, it's amazing that you bring people to the phones. How do you do that? You should be like a telemarketer or a televangelist or a
televangelist.
Yeah.
As long as they serve coffee, that's fine.
Well, you can get coffee at Mass. I think that's what they call it, right?
Where do you get coffee at Mass?
Don't you get coffee at church?
Yeah,
Can't you get coffee at church?
The evangelist churches, they sell.
Yeah, you guys with your old crazy churches.
Old
I don't
crazy.
attend them.
We just
I
have
feel
wine.
like that's a new church. I was at church on Christmas Eve. That's the only time I go once a year, Christmas Eve.
Yep.
And they were like, "Hey, here's the blood of Christ and the blood, whatever body of Christ." And they gave me what I thought was wine and bread, and they were like, "Dip the bread into the blood of Christ." And I was like, "Bloop." I took a bite, and I realized it was grape juice, and I was so mad because like I could have tolerated bread and wine, like whatever. But then bread and grape juice, I was like, "This is the worst."
That's what in the new churches, they just, for the body and blood, they actually give you coffee and a Korean hot dog.
That's nice.
The Church of Jomo.
That's why it's so plain in there. It's not really like a storefront like that. Like you can get in there, but like really it's a catering business for churches. They're making Korean hot dogs. But we still didn't get to the bottom of what a Korean hot dog is.
I just farted.
It's weird because I looked over and I was like, is he staring directly into my soul or looking right past me? And then I realized.
Yeah. Last night at the mic, man, I had gas and I was like, they were all silent and I was like,
I could smell
and
them.
I know
they were not silent.
Silent but deadly.
They were for
Yeah.
sure silent because I didn't hear them. They weren't silent to the nose, but they were silent to the ears.
They were loud in my nostrils because I was sitting next to you and I was like, is this just how this bar smells?
No, they smelled musty. It smelled like moths came out of my butt.
Well, then he told me he had a couple drinks the night before and some chili, I believe it was.
No, I didn't have chili. I said it kind of smells like chili, and I
yeah.
don't know how because I haven't ate chili in 4 days.
I assumed
4 days.
But it was
assumed
coming out.
chili, but
I've eaten chili. That was like a while ago. Actually, I had chili the other day.
I don't know
Really?
what I did. I tapped this thing and this is not working anymore, but whatever.
You got to talk into the mic more.
I don't know what I did. but this thing is, I tapped it with my knee and
Is it still plugged in?
I'm inserting it and not,
reserting it?
and reserting every time. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. It's no big deal, but there's that. So
nice.
That's why he wasn't talking loud enough because he couldn't hear himself.
I can't hear.
How do you?
Do I need to use this thing?
Go to that one.
Do this one?
Yeah,
Try that.
this is good content. That's what people want to hear.
Yeah. There's nothing going on. But
Try the one on the other side.
Do your ears work?
Jordan doesn't have any ears.
Would
That's
you
one of
rather
the things.
go mute or deaf?
Wait, would I rather go mute or deaf? I'd rather be that's a tough one. I'd probably rather be deaf than not be able to talk. But because I'd want to express my express my thoughts and whatever. Like right
Yeah.
now, I just have to be like,
But not being able to hear would also be like, I don't know what they're talking about.
well, I'd figure out how to read lips. Like my friend, he's deaf and he can. Blaise immediately was like, "You're not reading my lips."
You wish you could do that.
is he a big fan of the show?
He actually just called in. We just couldn't hear him.
We couldn't hear him. Who's a big fan of the show?
Markel.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Markel the shell with shoes on. If that's like, it would be funny if you actually called and you're just like a great ventriloquist and you were somehow calling and talking the whole time on the phone and that was actually you.
But it's my phone inside the coffee.
Yeah, and it's like, who are we talking to? It's like, my name's Markwell.
Markwell. People call me all kinds of weird things, and Markwell is one of them.
Really?
Which is weird. Yeah, dude. People put letters in my name all the time that aren't there. L's, T's.
Lawrence Taylor's.
One time at an intergalactic
Planetary.
coffee place with male deer, Starbucks. I was at
So confused.
Yeah, they put on my cup Parkway.
Really?
And
Yeah.
I was like, Parkway? Like, you wrote that like you legit thought that somebody's name was Parkway? And then somebody explained, like, well, they're so busy, they don't really have time to do it, so they just, like, write whatever on there, and then, like, you're supposed to get it.
They weren't busy enough to ask you for your name.
They weren't busy enough to... that lady had something else going on in her brain if she thought my name was
Let me
Parkway.
ask you for your name, but I won't have enough time to properly at least try to spell it.
Yeah.
Like,
And I was like, Parkway, Markway, I guess, but it's like two different... She couldn't read lips because I'm doing versus...
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll no longer take meetings at coffee shops because I had a very important meeting like 2 weeks ago, and I'm trying to explain very important material to these people I'm with. The espresso steamer was just whistling the whole time, and I could not. At one point, I just had to stop what I was
What was the
saying.
meeting about? What material were you talking about?
I don't want to delve too much into it, but I'm in the process of selling a business right now, so it was potential buyers. So yeah,
Nice.
it was important stuff.
So,
was going
so
on.
you're giving your OnlyFans account to someone else?
Yeah, I'm selling my OnlyFans because people got upset with me for not announcing my pronouns at the beginning of each of my videos. So that's why I have to end that.
I didn't know that people got upset about pronouns until we had our caller.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very pro noun. I'm for nouns.
Yeah, I'm 100% with nouns.
I'm not against nouns
Yeah.
for sure.
I can't. Yeah,
Verbiage, I'm right in the middle.
verbiage.
Verbs, I'm just kind of like, I'm indifferent about verbs. I'm pro nouns.
What about adverbs?
Yeah, I don't really like when people need to pay to use verbs. So I'm not good with adverbs.
Yeah, they're just boosting their verbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's $15 for a verb.
No. I think like those might be. I'm thinking that you with an adverb you can use the verb, but you have to like say that it was like sponsored by or like do a commercial for something right before you use it.
And
Like
select your demographic prior.
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
like 18 to 65, preferably males. This is where I want my verb to go, please.
Yeah.
25-mile radius.
Only 25 miles. Well, I guess that would.
This
that would,
North Dakota,
Yeah.
anything 25 miles out of any sort of city is just pastures.
is just
Yeah.
There's
That's where the deer listen.
That's where Starbucks got their name, actually. They were in a pasture one time.
they were looking at the stars and they got hit by a giant male deer with
Yeah.
antlers.
Yeah, that came flying in from the outer space.
Yeah. And he had
He, him.
nice. Well, yeah, because it has antlers.
He's a
but that
buck.
doesn't prove that it's a male.
That is true.
Like snakes, aren't they?
On planes, sometimes.
Every once in a while there are snakes on planes, yes.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson,
Who?
No, not him. Snakes.
Yeah. Sometimes I guess Samuel L. Jackson probably has been on a plane with or without snakes. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, you're thinking of that movie. We're talking about in real life when there's
We're talking
snakes
about
on
real-
planes.
Yeah.
If there's a snake on my plane, I'm just not going to
There's a snake on my plane. They should have actually had Woody from A Toy Story being snakes on a plane. And be like, there's a snake in my boot, which is also on this plane.
Tries to go through security. They're like, why do you have a reptile in your boot right now, sir? Please step aside.
I don't have a reptile in my foot. Those are my bones.
Yeah.
I have
That's actually
snake bones
that's
for a
actually
foot.
how they hijacked the planes on 9/11, sneaking snakes in their boots. That's actually, people think that it's because of bombs that people have. You got to take your shoes off. It's because they're checking for snakes.
Checking for snakes. You can't put bombs in shoes very easily, but snakes, no problem.
No, they've every once in a while they check for snakes when they touch your snake quite a bit if they think that you have something on.
We've got to watch out for those reptiles in the security line.
Yeah, they use their backhand against the snakes.
And there's just a guy who
They use their backhand to get. They're just smacking snakes left and right.
it's just a cover for the guy who has illegal drugs on him. He just walks right through security because they're busy with the guy who brought a snake in his boot.
Yeah,
I can see it already. TSA has
Samuel
nothing.
L. Jackson stuck some drugs on the plane from that movie, and then he just smokes his joint and he's like, "I'm so sick of these planes on snake." Wait,
What?
what? I'm so sick of these snakes on the plane. And then he puts his.
They're like,
His
Samuel
joint
L.
out
Jackson,
on
will you please say your lines right? What if you just couldn't get those lines right the whole time? It's like, I'm sick of these snakes
Planes
that
on a
are
snake.
that are coming out of the sky.
Who put these lizards on this aircraft?
They're like, no, it's snakes on a plane, Samuel.
Change the name of the goddamn movie.
Yeah. Why are these dogs barking at me? They're like, no, it's why are the snakes on the plane?
That was the original name of the movie, but he said
These
snakes on the
cats
plane.
scratched my back. They're like,
Didn't-
Samuel.
Samuel.
Samuel Jackson.
Didn't people from the internet write that movie? Was there a thing where
I bet
like
the person that wrote that movie was on the internet.
no. I mean like they like started writing the movie and then they put it up like hey, help us write this movie, and like people chimed in with like things that should happen or whatever, blah blah blah, and then the internet ended up writing essentially Snakes on a Plane.
Considered the primary writer behind Snakes on a Plane is John Heffernan.
Oh, John.
Yeah, Heffernan. That's the King of Queens, I think. Their last name's Heffernan.
Doug?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's
That's his name.
whatever that guy's name is. I'm blanking right now.
Mike Lazarkowski. Kevin James.
Kevin James. There we go. We're getting it.
Kevin James.
Slowly but surely. We're gonna.
Who's
Great.
Shirley? Is that his wife?
I can't remember his wife's name, but great show.
Good show. Good show.
I'll go on streaks where I'm just King of Queens through and through.
It's funny. It's funny. And then that lady Leah, she became a Tom Cruise's one socialist, Scientologist.
Ah.
And then she wrote this whole. It's like had a show that was like Scientology is bad, and anybody who's in it should be like ashamed of themselves. Like it's bad. You need to get out of it. And Tom Cruise is like, nah, it's cool.
Yes, it's all coming together right now. I know what you're saying. Do they have schools? You know, we were talking about Catholic schools, private schools. Does Scientology have? Like, I go to the Scientology school.
You do? What's
They
it
should.
No,
like?
if so, could somebody say that? Markwell probably went to.
Markwell went to Scientology school. There's a big Scientology place right smack dab downtown Minneapolis.
Really?
Yeah, like you're walking down. I'm pretty sure it's either on Hennepin or Marquette or something like that. And you're walking down, and you walk right past this doorway. It's like you can't see into it, but there's stacks of books about Scientology.
Have they ever read like a science book? You
Yeah,
know,
it's a whole religion based on science.
did they come up with that via the internet? You think they're just like, we're starting a new religion, internet. Help us write
Scientology?
it. Yeah.
Scientology.
No, the guy
invented-
who wrote that was sci-fi writer.
Science fiction.
Yeah,
correct.
it's like very well known.
It's
that
like
he,
Ron L. Hubbard. Or
Yeah,
something
Ron
like
L.
that.
Hubbard. I think that he also wrote like
Didn't he
the
start
most
McDonald's?
words of everything. No, that was Mr. McDonald.
Oh, Ronald.
But you might be thinking of Martin Luther King Jr., who did start Burger King.
Yes, of course.
That's how they made the Whopper Jr.
Whopper Jr.
Named after.
Yeah.
They were like,
yeah.
"Oh my gosh, we never thought of making this burger after our founder."
Yeah, we need the junior edition.
Yeah, R.L. King.
Martin Luther the King.
Ron L. Hubbard, R.L. Stein.
It's all starting to come together now.
Yeah. Like how those actually aren't even really together.
Ron L. Stein.
Ron L. Donnell Rawlings. We got there.
I don't know why.
Neither do I.
We are
why we went there.
firing on all cylinders this morning.
Yeah. I woke up way too early today. It was like
I didn't-
5-ish, and I could not get back to sleep.
I woke up in my Airbnb and I couldn't find the bathroom this morning. I opened 2 closet doors before I was like, oh, there's the bathroom. It's got the toilet in it.
Nice. Did you go in a closet before you went to the bathroom?
And I came out of said closet, yes. I
Well,
went
yeah, if you go
then I
in
came
it.
out, yeah.
Yeah.
I entered, then I exited.
Dipped your toe in the water,
Yeah.
so to speak. Okay.
Yeah, also couldn't figure out the lock on the door.
I was going to
so
say
put
that
a-
I saw there's a picture that Jordan had on his story where it's just a chair in front of the door, And then he must have not been able to find anything else heavy because there's Dawn dish soap on the chair. I'm like, yeah, that's going to stop the intruders. That
It wasn't meant to stop them. It was meant to wake me up because if you open the door, it'll knock off the Dawn dish soap and then the ducks will save me. So I figured.
Wait, this is in your Airbnb?
Correct.
But you couldn't figure out how to lock the door?
I could figure out how to lock the door. You just flip it over, but it wasn't locking. So
Oh, it's cold outside. You probably got to, like, lift the door, like...
I don't know. I mean, when you pay $80 for an Airbnb in North Fargo on a Monday night.
He's lucky there was even a door on that.
That is true. Where was this thing?
Like 7 blocks north of here. So
Was it above a place called the Toasted Frog?
no, it was like a triplex. And they're like, there's other people in here, so please keep it quiet. And it's like, all right, I'll put my AirPods in while I watch illicit material. So there's that.
What kind of illicit material?
Did you watch 1996 Fear with Mark Wahlberg?
No, I watched an old Tom Cruise movie. So
Oh, nice. Yeah, he smoked cigarettes in some of those movies, which is not allowed anymore. That's pretty illicit.
Indoors, too.
Yeah.
Indoors.
Who would have thought that we would have been so low as a society that we'd smoke cigarettes in movies?
Every time I watch a show or a movie with cigarettes, boy, do I crave one. I don't know what it is.
I do like a good old cigarette every once in a while.
Not for you.
No, it's, I did smoke once, and then, like, now all I can think of is, like, when somebody walks past you that just freshly smoked a cig, and you're like, my gosh, what? It's like a campfire? If somebody walks past me and they're like, oh, man, you smell like a campfire, then I'm like, nice. Yep. But if you smell like cigs...
Every once in a while, I just get a whiff of Miller Lite and a cigarette, and it brings me back to a good old wedding dance. It is funny just like how often you were around like drinking and smoking as a kid when you're at wedding dances. And then now, so like when I smell cigarettes and Miller Lite, it brings me back to when I'm like 5, seeing people dance. Yeah.
Yeah, scent is the best form of memory. So yeah, that makes
it
sense.
is. It's linked to memory the most.
Yeah. That's why when I have
brain.
my old cologne, it just reminds me of like 7th grade.
I've never been a cologne boy.
What was your old cologne?
I can't remember exactly what it is. I'm not a big cologne person either. I mean, I'll throw it on every once in a while. Throw a little rouge on you, every once in a while.
A little bit of smell good.
Yeah.
I walk this only road, only road where I use some cologne.
Or when people wear patchouli oil.
Ugh.
Oh, my goodness.
Dude, I forget where we were the other day, and some guy just like, when are you wearing patchouli? I'm like, no. What?
No, it's actually Dawn dish soap. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's Dawn dish soap.
Blaise doesn't know how to use soap, apparently. So
yeah. I don't think that I know if I'm using soap right ever. Like, are you supposed to, when you use soap in the shower and you put it on your body, are you supposed to let it sit there for a little bit so that it does the stuff and cleans it? Or are you just like, because I usually just have soap and it's like, oh, rub it on my shoulder as the water's coming right on it. And I'm like, wait, is this even doing anything, or are you supposed to wait? I don't know.
I do it for like face wash because I feel like, how is it possibly penetrating my pores if it's on my face for 0.8 seconds?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying about my whole body.
Yep.
So what are you supposed to do? I don't know. Are there directions on soap? No.
Yeah, it says rinse, lather, or like lather, repeat, or some stuff like that. But like, do you use a washcloth? Like, do you have a cloth that's wet with the soap suds, and then, because I guess the way I do it, shower secrets with No Brains, No Headache, and I woke up for this collab. I put it on the washcloth. Then I like the water will be hitting my back, and then I'm scrubbing down the front. And then I turn around.
You're like a rotisserie chicken.
I'm like a rotisserie chicken, nice and juicy. But one of the things that actually, like, this is how I know I'm an adult, and I'm probably like on the verge of losing every ounce of cool, is like a couple days ago I was mad that there wasn't a place to put my foot. Like, I couldn't lift my leg up and like just start lathering my leg and foot. I had to like stand there and like hold up my leg, and I was like, it'd be a lot easier if I could just put my foot on something. And then I was like, oh my God, I just turned into my grandfather. Like, if somebody's,
Yeah, that's how shower injuries happen.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all I could think. And like, I have a glass shower, so if I fall back,
dang.
I'm a goner.
Yeah, that's how.
Don't be the first one to throw a stone in a glass shower.
Be the second.
It's already broken. I think the allure's gone. So, like if you're the second one to throw, like somebody throws a stone, breaks the window, that initial sound is like, oh.
Yeah. Then the second one, you're like, you idiot, we're going to get caught.
Yeah.
The second one is the one who gets caught.
It's always the second one.
They agreed to throw them at the same time, but the one person hesitated for a second, so they couldn't get blamed for it. I've seen it 100 times.
He's the one who calls them in and gets them in trouble.
Yeah.
He has a wheelbarrow full of little rocks. He windows, and then he's got a phone right next to it. He's like, hey, $1 per rock. And they throw it, and he's like, doot, 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 doot. Hey, Bismarck police, did you just...
Dude, my body hurts.
What was that noise?
I farted again.
That wasn't okay.
I was going to see if that was picked up.
Oh, yes. Well, I don't know if it's in the microphone, but it's definitely in our nostrils.
Oh yeah. That one, dude. I think like I've been thinking about leaving to go to the bathroom multiple times, and I was like, no, I just gotta. It hurts my body right now that it's not out yet. That spicy chicken sandwich that I had last night.
How did you get a radio spot?
Me, I said, hey, can I have a spot on this radio station? And they're like, you're a pretty cool guy.
They're like, of course you can.
Let's do it.
Of course you can. Why? Do you want one?
Not necessarily. If I don't show up every Tuesday at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say we'll let you in every time. But.
Yeah. Also, for the record, you did not show up at 7:30.
No, you didn't. Yeah, don't try to take any of that credit.
No, if I had the radio spot, you got to show up early. I'm usually pretty prompt. This morning, I had to get my terrible gas station coffee
from Holiday.
Oh, but you weren't. You
definitely Holiday.
Yeah, but they, dude. Yeah, as long as it's coffee that you can just like pour and you don't need to have the grind machine on top, those ones always stink.
You know what?
It smells like rubber in here. Yeah, it smells like burning rubber.
Dude, it's weird. I'm telling you, my body hurts. I'm gonna have partial runny runs and partial not, and then I'm probably gonna sit there and be like, and it's not gonna all come out right away.
I feel so bad. Whoever has to sit near you on your plane later.
Well, it's gonna be out before that.
Are you sure?
Hopefully. Yeah. If not, I'm like right in the middle of the plane, so people are always going to know.
And the cool thing about airplane seats is like a lot of times they could be like cloth. So like if you fart into it, it'll just go, you know what I mean? It'll just dissipate. But if you have a nice leather seat,
just right out.
They'll be worried about the snake that's on row B.
Yeah.
I'm so sick and tired of these stinks on this plane.
These mother flipping stinks on this mother flipping plane. And each time I'm going to be like, who was that? Yeah. Are you smelling this right now? I think it's coming from outside because I'm at a window seat.
Yeah, we must be flying over Ohio right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're sitting next to like a really old man.
Hopefully it's a really hot girl who has some sort of fetish about weird stinks.
We can only hope.
Yeah, I mean, I hope
that's actually probably the most reasonable thing that will happen.
I think that's like first you have to find a really like a girl that you think is attractive or a person
sitting in 11B.
11B. Are you in 11A or 11C?
11A.
Okay. Is B the window seat?
A is the window seat.
Nice.
A, B, C, D, E, F.
Oh. A, B, C, D, E, F.
I usually pick the aisle seat so that my legs are feel more comfortable when I'm in an aisle seat.
I get that.
I usually always pick aisle seat going places because I'm usually up and ready to go and I can stretch out my legs. And then on the way back, I usually try to pick a window seat because then I can lean against it and sleep because I usually am out most of the night.
You're like,
yep. Yeah.
Yep.
But this time I was just like, every upgrade was like $30.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm not going to pay that for this.
I don't even pick my seat. I just skip right over it.
That's what I did this time.
Throw me wherever
Checked
you
my
want.
boarding pass today, and that's what I got. Okay, we don't got way too much time left here.
We don't got
So, but Jordan came here today because he is putting on a show this weekend. He's got Tommy Brennan and Aiden McCluskey, two friends of our show.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I've done quite a few shows with Aiden, and he's the man. And Tommy, I don't think I've ever been on shows with him, but I've hung out with him multiple times when he's in town. He's super funny. He's originally from Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Now he's living in New York City. Tommy's super funny, so tell us a little bit more about that, Jordan.
Well, thank you for the spot. I booked the Belle Mayhouse Auditorium. It's a downtown Bismarck venue, and it will be the No Brains, No Headache, our biggest show yet. So pretty much a couple of years ago, a little history. We started our podcast about 4 years ago, 2 years into it. I said we need to spice it up a little bit.
Yep.
So we did, Matt Cleary and I, my co-host, we went in raw. We did a comedy show. No practice, no open mic, nothing. We wrote a 20-minute set each. And then we did another show 3 months later, fresh 20. And then we did another show 3 months later, fresh 20.
Without working out any of the material. It's so insane.
Yeah, and when I tell people that, they're like, you wrote a fresh set every time? I was like, yeah, it's the same 4 people coming. I need some fresh stuff. But yeah, I took a leap on this one and just booked out the Belle Mayhouse. Yeah, Tommy Brennan's coming to town. Great guy, like you said. One of the nicest guys I know.
Tommy's super nice. Well, he has like 9 sisters.
Yeah, it's crazy how far you can get in life if you're just a nice person. And so he's doing really good stuff. And I'm bringing them to Bismarck. It's at the Belle Mayhouse, and you can buy tickets online. Brandon Loftus is a local Bismarck comedian, probably one of the best we got in town.
Okay.
Yep, I was just in Deadwood with him. He's pretty funny.
Yeah, and I actually met him back in middle school, so the comedy career has kind of rekindled our friendship, which is cool. I don't want to sound too cheesy, but it's like I'm very grateful that comedy has brought us back together as buddies. And
cool,
'cause I haven't
nerd.
seen him in a while, so yeah, it's going to be a good time. We got an after party. We got sponsors for it. Plenty of tickets to go around, so people can buy tickets, and we're going to have a good time.
Where do you get tickets
Where
at?
do you get the tickets?
You go to bismarckeventcenter.com or check out No Brains, No Headache on pretty much any social media platform. Check out our link in our bio, and you can get tickets there. And I'm really excited about it. It's a sweet venue, very historic. A lot of things have happened in that venue over the years.
People were murdered.
Yes.
Only murder.
I think it was built in like 1917, or it's over 100 years old. So it's really cool just to be there, and the Bismarck Event Center is in charge of that. They've been great to work with. Incredible how fast they email you back and answer your questions, which is very rare in comedy, to actually get your questions answered in a timely manner.
Yep.
I'm excited about it. It's fun just to do shows, and we're kind of leveling up slowly but surely, trying to build up the Bismarck Mandan comedy scene. So yeah, we just kind of keep on going up and trying new venues, trying new comedians. It's our first time we're actually flying people in, so it's going to be a great time. Come check it out. Date night, girls' night out, team building event. Get out of the house. It's cold as can be outside. Mm-hmm. You guys get it. So that's what I like to offer with comedy. I don't know how you guys feel about it, doing comedy and stuff, but really at the end of the day, I just want to offer something to do. It's the classic North Dakota saying, there's never anything to do. And I realized that a few years ago, so we just kind of create our own destiny of make things happen. And there's entertainment out there. You just kind of got to find it. Even 2.5 years into building the comedy scene, a lot of times when I tell people, like, we have comedy, they're, oh, I didn't know we had that. And it's like, it turns out we still like to laugh in Bismarck. So
yeah. It is funny because even Fargo, a bunch of people don't know about that at all. They're like, oh, yeah, we know you do comedy. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, where do you do it at? I'm like, how do you not know this?
Yeah, there's literally...
You've seen me in the club where I do it.
Well, that's just it. You just got to keep grinding and constantly reminding people and keep at it, because that's your only option, really.
Yeah.
You can either give up, and somebody once told me, you're not a true comedian until you quit once. I don't think I'm going to ever do that. I think if I quit, it's just going to be for forever. But just offering something to do for people, and I'm excited about it. I hope people come out and have a good time, and we can, give some laughs to some people, get them out of the house, and just right now it's so tough in North Dakota. People can just get so cabin fever, depressed, or whatever. Hey, I'm trying to give you an option to get out, go enjoy a night, go support local. That's what my mission is in Bismarck. Is I'm trying to mix national talent with local talent, because at the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to. You guys do a great job in Fargo with that. So it's going to be a good time. I'm excited about it.
Nice. Yeah. So that's Saturday. Check it out there if you want to see.
That's this Saturday?
This
Yep.
Saturday, January 25th. Doors at 7, show at 8, after party at 10. And the after party's like a block away. So I'm excited about that. I got a free tab, and we're going to pile one on.
I'm pretty sure I
Nice.
just heard you say all drinks on your tab.
Yeah, for shiz.
Yeah, I'll sneak you a few. It's limited to just the comedians and the promoters.
Oh, I thought you said you had a free tab, so I thought
I do
Yeah,
have a free tab.
Yeah. Well, don't tell people that. You got to keep that to
He's
yourself.
like, I can
You don't
drink
be like,
whatever
it's a free
I want
tab
for,
for
free.
me.
You guys have to
Yeah.
pay. That's
Okay.
funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think. Well, actually, no.
I don't think that's ghetto. What is that?
What else do we got going on? Actually, I'll be with Aiden next week in Aiden McCluskey. Next week, February 1st, we'll be in Barnesville. So me, Aiden, Trey Charles will be on that, and Bethany Ablin's coming with us too. So you guys can get tickets for that by going to their Facebook page or calling Ratsos in Barnesville. That'll be a fun one. Don't think we have any listeners in Phoenix, but I'll be on Date Night Live.
We have one listener in Phoenix, two.
Yeah?
James and Tiffany.
Oh, nice. Well, I'll be on their show. I'll be on the show that James is promoting there. Date Night Live. I'll be there with, Uncle Laser will be on that. Me, James, other people. That'll be super fun. So other than that, we are done. So we will speak to you guys later. Toodaloo.
Aloha.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming and for being on the show.
Did we do the thing?